This article contains spoilers for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Even though Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore is set nearly 60 years before the events of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, there are still characters in both Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter related to one another. Now that there are 11 films in the Wizarding World saga, the franchise's on-screen timeline is teeming with rich lore, complex characters, and a well-established canon. In many cases, these fully realize both the past, present, and future of the Wizarding World, effectively linking both timelines together. Below are all of the Fantastic Beasts characters related to Harry Potter ones, and how they're connected. With the release of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, the Fantastic Beasts franchise now has a trilogy's worth of Harry Potter prequel characters. This established a more cohesive Wizarding World packed with new context that helps make the Harry Potter franchise even richer. This includes its ever-growing character base, some of who share surprising connections. Here are all the characters related to one another in both Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. Aberforth Dumbledore. Aurelius Dumbledore. In Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, it is revealed that Aberforth Dumbledore, Richard Coyle, the younger brother of Albus Dumbledore, Jude Law, fathered a son with a woman from Godric's Hollow. This son turns out to be one of the Fantastic Beasts characters, Credence Barebone, born Aurelius Dumbledore, son to Aberforth, and nephew to Albus. While not much is known about Aurelius' mother, Albus tells Newt Scamander that she was sent away, assuming she took the infant Aurelius with her. Since the two brothers were emotionally distant, Aberforth doesn't share that he's fathered a long-lost child with anyone. Albus realizes the relation between Credence and Aberforth when the ashes of Credence's phoenix fall onto his suit coat, all while Aberforth communicates with this son by way of the mirror in the Hog's Head. Aberforth is reunited with his son after the confrontation with Grindelwald. During Fantastic Beasts 3 emotional climax, Aurelius asks Aberforth if he's ever thought of his son, to which he replies with the infamous Severus Snape line always. Bellatrix Lestrange. Leta Lestrange. Though it is safe to assume Bellatrix, Helena Bonham Carter, and Leta, Zoe Kravitz, are related due to their shared surname, the Lestrange family tree is much more convoluted than it initially appears. Though Bellatrix was originally born into the Black family, she eventually married Rodolphus Lestrange, with the pair's potential blood relation throwing a spanner in the works. Rodolphus' ancestor, Radulphus Lestrange, served as Minister for Magic from 1835 to 1841. In Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, Corvus Lestrange IV, Keith Chanter, is introduced, residing in France during the 1920s and dying shortly after sending his daughter Leta and son Corvus away from the country, which means there's a disconnect in the Lestrange family tree between the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films. There is another possible version of the Lestrange lineage in the bloodline of Cyril Lestrange I, with Cyril and his brother, Corvus I, being Leta Lestrange's great-great-grandfather. Cyril's lineage ended with Nausea Lestrange in 1927, who was unmarried and without children. Rodolphus might have descended from this line of Lestranges, but he isn't shown on the Lestrange family tree seen in The Crimes of Grindelwald, even though he served as Minister for Magic during the mid-1800s. The family tree seen in the sequel film spans the 1700s to the 1900s, so, in theory, Rodolphus should appear, though he may have been removed as a blood traitor given he went on to become Minister of Magic, like Rufus Scrimgeour in Harry Potter, much like Sirius Black was from his family tree in the original Harry Potter timeline. While there are not yet any canonical relationships between Leta, Bellatrix, and Rodolphus at the time being, Lestrange remains a very familiar surname in the wizarding world and could yet be explored in the fourth installment of the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Lord Voldemort Nagini in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Nagini, Claudia Kim, is reintroduced as a woman who is kept captive in the Circus Arcanus by its ringmaster, Skinder, Olafur Dari Olafsson. She eventually leaves this twisted circus to help her friend, Credence Barebone, Ezra Miller, find his family. It is subsequently revealed that Nagini is a maledictus, whose blood curse will permanently transform her into a snake. Nagini isn't in Fantastic Beasts 3, so her future in the Fantastic Beasts franchise is uncertain. Her portrayal in the films is as a kind, loyal friend who refutes Gellert Grindelwald's influence on Credence, imploring him to stay with her instead of joining the Dark Wizard. This doesn't necessarily align with her eventual relationship with Lord Voldemort, so warrants further explanation. It's apparent that she eventually succumbs to the curse and joins Voldemort in his quest for power, becoming his loyal servant and eventual Horcrux. However, exactly how Nagini ends up refuting one Dark Wizard in favor of another is left unexplained by the end of the third Fantastic Beasts entry. The connection that Voldemort and Nagini share is unbreakable. The two harbor a deeply personal bond. Voldemort possesses her to attack Arthur Weasley at the Ministry of Magic, and it is Nagini's venom that helps keep Voldemort alive. If the two other Fantastic Beasts films are greenlit, Nagini's story could be a pivotal plot point in the future. Luna Lovegood Newt Scamander. Before the release of the first film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Newt Scamander was simply known as the author of the book by the same name, which was recommended reading for Hogwarts students in their first year of school. Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, Ron Weasley, Rupert Grint, and Hermione Granger, Emma Watson, purchased their copies of Newt's book at Flourish Blotts, and the character isn't mentioned further. However, J.K. Rowling does bring up the surname Scamander once again after the publication of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, after Rowling confirmed what happened to Luna Lovegood after Harry Potter. Rowling states that Luna ends up marrying Rolf Scamander, grandson to both Newt and Porpentina Scamander, née Goldstein. Rolf followed his grandfather's footsteps and became a magizoologist himself, eventually falling in love with Luna. This makes Luna Lovegood the great-daughter-in-law of both Newt and Tina Scamander, further cementing another prestige family lineage in the Harry Potter canon. Quentin Kowalski Queenie Goldstein. Jacob Kowalski. Quentin Kowalski was an American wizard who played as a chaser for the 2014 American national Quidditch team, written about by Ginny Potter in an issue of the Daily Prophet. He may share a relationship with Queenie, Alison Sudol, and Jacob Kowalski, Dan Fogler, given the three share the same surname. At the end of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, Jacob and Queenie get married despite their marriage violating the Rappaport's law previously established in the first Fantastic Beasts. While it's not established whether Jacob and Queenie have any children, it's an easy assumption to make, given the two of them share a lot of love for each other and the world around them. While still unconfirmed, Quentin Kowalski may indeed be a part of Queenie's and Jacob's ending after all, following their Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore coda. One Fantastic Beasts character could link Voldemort, Snape, and Dumbledore's families. There is one of the Fantastic Beasts characters that could link several prominent wizarding families together: Credence Barebone. Since no one knows anything about Credence's mother, rumors and theories have been flying about who the woman could have been, and who she was related to. Audiences know that the Dumbledores grew up in Godric's Hollow, the same neighborhood that the Potters lived in, and a popular wizarding borough in general. It's stated in Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore that Aberforth met a girl from the village. This means Credence's mom also comes from magical stock. Since Rowling is bringing back a lot of Harry Potter surnames to the Fantastic Beasts franchise, Credence could be related to some like Merope Gaunt, mother to Tom Riddle, Voldemort, or Severus Snape, who also share ties to that time, place in the canon. Since nothing is known about Credence's mother, other than that she was a witch from Godric's Hollow, much of the guesswork regarding his parentage comes down to the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts timelines and narrative links. A lot of parallels, for example, have been made between Snape and Credence since Fantastic Beasts 3 gave him a Snape-like makeover. Snape's surname was taken from his Muggle father, Tobias Snape, while his magical lineage comes from his mother's side, Eileen Prince. It's possible that Credence's mother could have been a prince, given the striking resemblance Snape bore to his mother and Credence has to Severus. The other major theory floating around is that Credence is related to the Gaunt family, aka Voldemort's magical lineage. Credence's mother would have also been Merope's mother, given that Merope was born 7 years after him. Nothing is really known about her mother, but Fantastic Beasts 4 or 5 could be set around the time that Tom Riddle was just entering Hogwarts. This means that the Voldemort-Dumbledore relationship could be explored in the upcoming movies, if they were to happen. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore luckily avoided breaking canon by making Credence Aberforth's son, but it doesn't mean that J.K. Rowling could be reaching for another connection in the upcoming installments. Key release dates: Fantastic Beasts 3 release date, the 15th of April 2022.